I will say this: there are bigger issues for hungry kids and young families who can't afford homes, and the price of eggs. But I would love to write a magazine article about the fact that Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush and Donald Trump, term one, came to Washington all saying, we're not going to adhere to norms and we're going to overturn these liberal organizations. And they didn't do it because if Ronald Reagan or George W. Bush, if George W. Bush had turned to Ari Fleischer and said, hey, let's depose the Kennedy Center board, the White House Correspondents Association, and what's the other one I was thinking of? Covington and Burling. Covington and Burling. Let's rip the security clearance away. Let's fire the board and let's tell the Correspondents Association they no longer pick who's in the pool.
Let's just ban U.S. aid. Let's
well, that's different. That's different. But that's not a Washington like cultural institution that the Gang of 500. It is a different. I'm minimizing it. I'm just saying. Ari Fleischer would have said, Mr. President, you don't want to pick a fight with the White House Correspondents Association, the Kennedy Center, or Covington and Burling. And had George Bush proposed it, Ari would have said that, and that would have been that. Though taking on those three institutions is quite something. Michael,
my research, Reagan did ban an Air Force, the Washington Post from Air Force One. George W. Bush did ban a specific New York Times reporter from traveling on Air Force One, and now they reversed.
That's different. That's different. That's different than.
So did Eisenhower.
Michael, that's different than telling the White House Correspondents Association you're out of business. That's different. The Biden administration banned the New York Post from covering events, and the White House press corps didn't care. Presidents have banned people. It is different. They're telling the Correspondents Association you no longer are in charge of covering who covers the White House. It is different.